Hey everybody, this is John and welcome to the free video. Let's take a look here at the daily chart and the 30-minute chart of the NASDAQ futures. So keep in mind we did have a daily squeeze explode here. And since that time, we've basically been riding the 5 EMA higher with some occasional dips to the 8. Once the squeeze loses momentum, I am looking for a test of the 21. So you just want to be aware of that. This is a market where you definitely want to play the upside, but you want to be careful if you own like call options that expire in one day. Okay, you don't want to leave it up to total luck. Give yourself that gift of time, because when this does run the course, it will come back fairly quickly, and any long calls that have short duration will be fried. That's just how people blow up their accounts in this kind of environment. The 30-minute chart today, you can see we hit 12,000 fairly comfortably, and then from there had a quick, almost 200-point drop that happened very, very quickly. A lot of these sell programs were in alignment with a VIX squeeze. So what's going on here is that there's a lot of contagion in the world of the VIX, meaning that they got to change some of the structures, reload a few things. So this, where it looks like panic, and it was like, oh my God, the market, and of course the market reacted to this. It was all rearrangement of what's going on in the VIX. So just kind of keep an eye on that. The VIX, because the VIX is moving like that, it'll do that a few more times. So the thing we want to keep an eye on here are the leaders. So Apple, of course, is the leader. There's certainly some other ones, but Apple's kind of the big papa here. So you've had this big move. We're testing that $2 trillion in valuation. Probably see a pin tomorrow at $500. I don't know, but that's something that makes sense. So be careful if you own long calls here. The idea with a pin is that it would kind of just trade sideways and end up at $500, so all the calls up here would expire worthless. Now I say that in this market, maybe it does rip higher. Just be careful if you own out of the money calls that expire tomorrow. What I would do in that situation is that if it gaps up, I would take that gift and get out. And then if you want to continue playing it long, just roll them into the next week. That way you don't get pinned to death. And then Facebook, of course, another one, hit that $300 level, and it's coming off a little bit there. Microsoft, huge day today, and you can see here, big day. And Netflix, this is one where it had a huge day yesterday, kind of came back a little bit, and then last but not least is Tesla. Now, of all these, I still continue to like the upside potential for Tesla, simply because all the hedge fund guys I talk to just keep shorting it. So I think the idea here that we could get to 2,500 makes sense. I think that can happen post-split. Remember, on Monday, this will split 5-for-1, and so if we do close at 2250 on Friday, then all that means is that on Monday we're going to open up at 450, and there'll be 5 times as many shares. Keep in mind that when the float increases like that, with 5 times as many shares, it's harder to move it. So I think the idea that this could test 500 post-split, which would be the equivalent of 2,500, makes sense. From there, though, I don't know. But anyway, we're locked and loaded and continuing to play the squeeze and having fun with that one. In the premium video, I'll show you the positions that I have and some of the strategies around it. But I am planning to hold into the weekend and into Monday for that. All right. You guys have a fantastic night, and we'll see you at the next update.